Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Mostly Pizza. I'm Ivan, and congratulations on making it this far through 2020. We've officially hit one of the best times of the year. I'm not talking about the elections, but I am talking about National Pizza Month. I bet you thought I was going to say something different, though. Yes, I enjoy Halloween, but this is a pizza channel and not a Halloween channel, so I'm going to try to stick to one topic for now, and that's mostly pizza. To celebrate National Pizza Month, I'm going to do my best to make some of my favorite pizzas from around the country. From the traditional New York style pizza and Chicago deep dish, to some of my favorites like the Grandma style, which is my personal favorite, and Detroit style, which I haven't tried to make yet. So I will be going step by step for each of these pizzas to make it how you would traditionally make it at home. Because that's what I'm doing, making it at home. For those of you who don't know, and you probably do, New York style pizza is known for its pretty epic fold. So you fold the pizza and you eat it like that. They're usually really, really large pizzas, far larger than they fit in my ovens. And they are typically a really thin crust, but strong enough and chewy enough and crispy enough to where you could then fold the pizza and all the toppings still stay intact. They're also served by the slice typically. So I'll have to get creative to figure out how I want to do this, but I have some ideas. And then you have your Chicago deep dish style pizza, which is pretty highly disputed from my understanding. I've never been to Chicago and had a true Chicago style pizza, but I've had Chicago style pizza where I live. I've made some at home, and some would consider it a casserole. I'm not necessarily one of those people. I won't say who is. And others say that it's the only true pizza. Whichever side of the fence you're on, it's pizza. It's delicious. It's great. That's hard to argue. It's typically characterized by its really deep dish style. It's cooked for a really long time. You've got cheese on the bottom, typically provolone, and then you've got your nice thick sauce with typically Italian sausage or things like that in the as your toppings. Again, baked for a really long time, like 30, 45 minutes, where compared to like a New York style pizza, you're cooking for half as long. And then, I've only made this once or twice before with mixed results. Excited to try it again and see how it goes. And then you've got your Grandma style pizza, which is my personal favorite. And this is typically how you would, I guess, imagine how your Italian grandmother would make you a pizza if you're not Italian like myself. And my grandma never made pizza. But it would be with ingredients that you would typically find around the home. So usually it's just sauce and cheese and maybe a pepperoni or something like that. And it's made in a pan style, like cookie sheet type of pan. Again, it's one of my favorites. It's a really delicious crust. Typically, it's a nice thick crust. It's kind of a hearty meal. And it's actually the crust is similar to what you would see in a focaccia bread. And actually, the same recipe that I use for my Grandma style pizza, I use for focaccia bread, and it's amazing and delicious, and I love it. And you dip it in a little olive oil, even though it's already really oily itself, but it's really delicious. And so I'm looking forward to making this again, and I'm sure my friends and family are too, because it's been known to be their favorites of all the pizzas that I made. Then you got your Detroit style pizzas, which are similar to Grandma style in that they're both made in a pan and also thick crust. But that's where the similarities typically end. Detroit style pizzas are generally characterized by their really thick crust which is typically crispy and chewy, but also traditionally topped with like a Wisconsin brick cheese with tomato sauce on top of it. Again, I've never made it before, but I'm really looking forward to trying to do my best to get those nice crispy edges on the crust on the edge, which is what is iconic with that pizza, at least from what I've seen. Last but not least are a couple of pizzas I may explore depending on time. California style pizzas. It's pretty much like a New York style pizza, but with not as quite thin crust and not nearly as large typically. And it's usually made with, garden variety of environments. So like you've got potatoes or artichokes or strawberries or something weird like that, or green beans, who knows. It's usually not your traditional style toppings for pizza. Then you've got your Altoona style pizza, which is like a Sicilian style pizza, but with a sweeter sauce on top. It's also typically topped with salami and green bell peppers, which I'm personally not a huge fan of, but we'll give it a shot, with some yellow cheese on top. I didn't really see what kind of yellow cheese, so I'm just kind of going to figure it out. And lastly, you have your tavern or bar style pizza, which is more like a flatbread, I would say, than a pizza, but it's typically made with a very thin cracker-like crust. And so make one of those and see how that goes as well. So that's it. Come back later if you want to check out me making these pizzas later this month. I typically like to show a lot of detail about what I'm doing to give a realistic preview, from the prep work to the actual cooking process to maybe I'll do some of the eating this time and let you know how it tastes. But like you, I'm just someone who enjoys pizza a lot and decided to start making pizza at home, and I've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years now. And so, yeah, that's what you'll see. Just someone making their pizza at home, and hopefully you enjoy it too. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, until next time.